I am sharing the screen. So, previously, what we have seen, let me just tell you the two things actually model and view we have seen, and how the Spring Boot project. First day we have seen how the Spring Boot project will form. Next day we have seen that if I added two bean, then actually what will happen. And third, we have seen the model and view. Basically, we have taken two numbers, and inside from two numbers, actually, we have seen that the summation of the two numbers in the form of the model and view we have seen. Next, same Spring Boot project, same Spring Boot project structure is this. Next, the main package. Inside that package, we have the three things. Demo model view application. This is the main file, main root file of the Spring Boot. Next is the home controller. That is the I have created. That is the main home controller. Here actually I have created the main logic. And next home controller model view. Here actually I have created the APIs and all. And that API, you can copy that API, that URL, and you can see from that, and you can copy and paste in the browser. So all the output actually. So if you type the root number, summation will occur in the browser. So this is the two things. Again, I'm just going to this course. Well, this is the request mapping annotation you need to use. Why request mapping annotation you need to use? Because actually, in the moment when here actually we are sending the request. In this home controller, we are sending the request basically. Then home, then actually request mapping. We need to map actually. Map means here just form one URL and we need to map that URL according to our project needs. Then home, basically one kind of method. Then inside the home controller, then return index.jsp, one JSP page. Next is the request mapping. This is the form action actually. If you see the index.jsp page, one form actually will be made, first number, second number, and add and form action will be add. That form action and this add need to be same, otherwise cannot work. Request mapping add, then add is the method, then HTTP server request is the main class, main server class actually is the HTTP server request. The next is the request, it is the object. So HTTP server request is the class and request is the object. Next, interior parsing, request to get parameter. This is the noun one, the noun two, then HTTP session. It is the meaning of that line, the inner meaning of that line is whatever the data we are requesting, that data actually sometimes it is one kind of storage. That session is one kind of storage. A temporary storage actually. That one kind of data, what actually we are requesting or what we are actually giving the request here. All kind of data actually stored in that session in some time. Then session set actually, we are just adding the value number one and number two, then return result.jsp. The next comes to this home controller model and view. Here the request mapping index MV. Next string home. Inside the home controller model and view, return index.jsp. This again JSP page I am returning. Add MV again is the another form action of the index.jsp page, add MV. Then addition request parameter number one, integer I, request parameter number two, integer J, HTTP session. Then added the new, because of creating the object, MB is the object with the new keyword, result.jsp as a passing the parameter. I plus J, need to add the value basically, and then result.jsp save the value. And return MB because it need to return the object actually. MB is the object, so return MB. Next, if you want to change the port number, then you can obviously change here from application.properties file. Just need to write server.port equals to 8081. You can give anything 8081, 802 as you like it. And here, one thing that is in SRC main inside the web app, we have two JSP file. One is index and another is result. In the index.jsp, just simple form, actually that simple HTML form I have created. Then submit, and this is the add MB the form action. I have told talking about that action. Next result.jsp, just one line. Result is dollar and sum. This is the value actually. Sum is the dollar inside the dollar. These are the two JSP tables. Next and last, the thing that is form.xml. That is the configuration file of the springboot project. Here, springboot starter web, springboot starter test, added, then spring web MVC has been added. And Tomcat Jasper, because actually we are with in this springboot project, one server has been running that is called Tomcat server. So that server basically is this Tomcat Jasper that we need to add as well as in the as a formula dependence. Next, springboot Maven plugin. Maven plugin is a Maven type project, so we just need to add the Maven plugin dependency as well. So how you can add the things here actually, you just go there and we have Maven NBN repository, this thing. The NBN repository, this is the site actually. In this site, Tomcat, if you say Tomcat Jasper, I'm writing this and search. So at Tomcat Jasper, see Tomcat Jasper, the first thing I need to take. Tomcat Apache Jasper Apache 2.0. What is the most stable version is there? I mean, how many people are actually use which version that you need to choose actually. So as you can see here, the 20, the 10.1.34, 20 is actually 20% use this server is more stable. So you can just click on here and just go for the Maven. Don't go for the Maven. So then copy and you can just paste here. I have already this, so I don't paste. Tomcat just for this one. This time actually you can check from here. So in all the dependents actually you can get from this website, Indian repository. Indian is basically is a Maven repository. So then we can run this program, run this. This is our main file. It has already has been started in the 8080 port number, as you can see here. And and we need to just give the proper mapping, otherwise it cannot come. See in the model view and then give the index in view. Dot. The proper link we need to give, otherwise it cannot run. See, now it is coming from controller, then give the first and second number, then you can submit. The summation will come. So this is the thing that see there also one thing has added, that is inside home controller model and view. In the moment that you will just mapping that URL in the browser. That we have done in previous step. So we do next thing. I close this. Always stop in this way, so it will be better. Then close all. and then close the project. That you have understood. And .java, then laptop.java, the two bean actually I need to add, and two bean statement actually come in the console. From here, actually, we can also do microservices because microservices are on another topic. Basically, it is not in basically not in the Spring Boot, but microservices basically suppose you are doing one. Suppose different so many people are working differently, but the work is same actually. Suppose in real life example I am giving you. Suppose one apartment is building, one apartment is forming up, so many laborers are actually working. So one labor is working in one portion, another labor is working in another portion. But what is the main target? What is the main work? Main work is same. I need to I need to construct the construction work is need to be going on. If you stop that construction work in the building, so you can because this is basically very bad. So suppose 3 months actually need to take one construction of any house. Suppose one in duration of the 3 months, suppose one labor has been out from that work due to different reasons. Suppose he has some sickness or anything. So will that service need to be down? No, the service will not actually down. That's why the microservice concept has come because my construction work still need to be doing that. My one worker has been down. That is not the issue for me actually. As a promoter, I just need to check that my construction work is clear. Maybe that person will take rest because of his illness, but another person, another suppose 100 people are working, another 99 people are actually need to be working, and and because of that actually the work is not stopped. That's why here the microservices concept has come. Microservices means basically suppose one portion has been down, but another portion need to be running. Suppose I'm suppose you are another example I'm giving you. Just suppose Amazon in that Amazon portal. Suppose you want to buy something from online. So you go to Amazon and then you just go to the list of that thing and you can go to the cart. You can list that thing into the cart shopping. So in the shopping cart, suppose in that case that payment gateway is down in some reason actually. Maybe server has been crashed. Maybe there is too many people are working, so the server has been crashed and different reason actually it can happen. So payment gateway is not so each and every moment you just log in your debit card details, UPI details, anything. But what Amazon says your payment process is not done because that service that point is particularly done. But that shopping cart you can add the list. You can add the item in the list. That part is not done, right? You can add in the same time. You can add hundred of items in your list. So that is the another two process. Maybe one process has done, but another process working fine. That is from the microservices. So many different small services actually running together. That is called microservices. That is not in the concept of the full stack. Not it is not coming in the full stack. It is a different topic. But just let me just I'm going to give you just a flavor actually. What are the microservices? Because it is beyond the spring. And then come to our topic. It is I think this one. Just let me check. Yes, this one. Okay, one Spring Boot document actually I need to share with you that you need to basically this is a theory purpose that I have shared it on Java PDF that thing that I need to share that thing. springboot. Basically, that is the one theoretical note. Basically, I am sharing in the group. So this is the project. Similar way, I have just created that project. My first Spring MVC project with model view. That is the name actually I have given. Same, just go to file here, then new, then go to others, and then Spring Starter project, and go on next and finish. This is the main file in the moment when you create the Spring Boot project. Next is another package I have created, that is MVC main package control. So that controller thing always you need to do. Maybe it is home controller, maybe it is normally controller. So in that controller, we have just first class that is called home controller. Inside that home controller, what we have inside that home controller, this is the controller actually, because this the class we are making it as a controller data actually. That's why taking the controller annotation. Same thing. Basically, the line is the same as you can see in the previous example. Request mapping again, then string home, then inside the home controller, then return index.jsp. Here also I have created the JSP physics. Then request mapping then add history subject request. Same thing actually. Integer I, then number one, number two. Here also I am just want to add the two number one, number two, and then I plus j. Basically, summation actually. Basically, it is the addition of that HTTP session request.get session. Same thing, and then again set attribute. Then add the new result.jsp. Same thing actually. Yeah. Same. Next is the come here home controller request parameter. This is the one process actually we can add to number. It is called home controller request parameter. Request parameter is request parameter. In this request parameter, what I have to do, this is the controller annotation, then home controller request parameter, request mapping DMOR. That actually I have create on URL. You can create any URL as your business. Then string home, return index.jsp, request mapping, add RP. This is the basically form action. Add RP is the form action. That form action. That will be add RP, and request mapping is also add RP. Next is the addition, and number one integer I, number two integer j, HTTP session. So same thing actually. It is not the different thing from the previous one. It's the same thing actually I have written. Then go to the web app again. In this here also I have created that XRC main, then web app. Inside the web app I have created. Basically here I have created total 5 JSP pages. But right now concentrate on index and result. Go to the index. Here just index page here. Again creating one login, one form actually. Just need to first of all clear this thing. I mean uncomment. For home controller, home action add. You can see here this is the add also. Add article. This one. This one. Both actually I have both actually I have confirmed. So this is the add RP. Yes, home action add RP, and here also add RP. First number, number one, second number, number two, and then submit. Simple, simple form just I need to make it. No need to do complex code. Simple first number, second number, then submit. And rest things, first of all, I need to give that how many. These also I need to take the comment. Then the other is next the adaptive. And number one, number two, and then it's the submit. I can run this program now. Started 8080 home controller request param. Then this thing I need to copy and paste here. Okay, insert title here. Welcome to this. As you can give in the home controller, inside home controller, request parameter. Inside the index.jsp page, you can see welcome to this, and it is coming here. And this is home controller. Enter the first number, enter the second number, and we need to submit. These are actually different forms. Actually, don't concentrate on one. Just concentrate on this. So first number suppose give 34, second number 12. It will give the 46 as the result. So my suggestion is actually working here. Give any two number and then you can submit it. So here see inside the home controller RP request parameter. RP means request parameter. So this is the thing actually first way of addition the two numbers that is called home controller request parameter. This is the first way. This is your main file, this is the home controller file, and this is the request parameter file, and this is your index, and this is the result address. Same thing, that result is sum. Only this line you need to concentrate on. These two lines we don't need to bother about right now. This result is sum. This line we need right now. Same thing, just previous example that I have told you, model view, this one and this one slightly changed, but more or less same. Okay, this is one thing that is request parameter. Okay, now I am stop this. Next is the model and view. This is the another process of adding the summation. adding the two numbers. This is one thing request parameter. This is another way. This is the way actually index can be inside home controller model view, then return index.js, the same thing actually. You don't need to do different coding, just same coding actually. If you just understand one class, you can understand all the classes. Index.js then add in actually is the request parameter. I mean, no, this is actually from action. Then addition, request parameter number one, request parameter number two, integer j. Same thing actually. I plus j, return in. And here, request parameter, this form has done, is the model view. Now I need to check out the model view actually. Comment down. This is the model view form. This is the request parameter form. This is the model view. All the forms actually I have do with the index.jsp page. Form action add MD, as you can see here. This is the addition add MD. And first number one, second number three. And this is the sum report. Simple form actually. Then again same way, just go here and then again run the whole program. Again, it has started. Then go to the model view, copy this URL down here, and request parameter subject, that is fine. These two we have done. Next, model and view. This model and view. We have done home controller, we have done the request parameter. This is the third one, model and view. See, request parameter subject. No, not request parameter. Model view subject. So again, you just see, and then again you can do this. In this project, the main thing is in different way, actually, we are adding the two number. Here is the different way. This is the request parameter way. This is the model and view way. But our main target is same. Main target is same. Enter the first number, enter the second number. Then actually it will then go for the addition. Then go for the any number, go for the any number. Again, I have stopped. Close. Next is this is the model attribute. This is the another way of adding the two numbers. This is model attribute. So this is the one is request parameter, second is the model view, and then another is home controller, and rest three remaining, that is called get and post. Get and post mapping, model attribute, and model view. So then we go for model attribute. Again, same thing, controller, then public class, this one, model attribute. Here you need to add the model attribute annotation because we are using the method model attribute. Then model data one method I need to take, model in, then at the name learners of springboot. The request mapping, this is the request mapping, this is the URL that I need to copy and paste in the browser. Then home, actually, this is the inside home control model attribute, this printing statement coming in the console. And return this one, index align get.js. Then request method add align. This is the add align is the form action. And then add align, model activity align it, and then result of this. Index align get for this. This one. The return index align get to this page, and this is the page actually. Index align get to this page. Get align method get actually submit and retrieve the data actually. Suppose if we want to retrieve and we want to fetch the data from database or something, then we need to write that code. Simple HTML form actually. Get method get means actually this is the we can get the data. Then get align form action, you can submit retrieve the data. So this is the model and activity. There is nothing else actually. All the code structure is same. So it is something there, here and there is something changes happen. Then again go the main root file and then again run this. Again started. Then go for model attribute, and this is the request mapping. I can copy. This is home controller model attribute get and post subject align entity bin. This is actually I have just written one line. That line is coming from this JSP page. See, this is home controller model attribute get and post subject align entity bin. This thing actually coming from there. Yes. Then actually, if I need to submit, so retrieve the data. If I retrieve the data, then see actually AID, name, entity details, ID and name. The three ID and name I have added. How I can add, I will show you later. But in my database, actually, three employee name and ID has been added. ID name, again, second employee's ID and name, again, third employee ID and name. Three employees ID and name actually I can get, or I can fetch from the data and from the database. In the moment I am just retrieve the data, this button actually, in the moment I have to this three thing actually I can retrieve. Again, same way, how inside home controller model attribute, this printing statement coming in the console. This thing actually. This is home controller model attribute. This method name home controller model attribute. Different methods are there. So, but the main thing is we need to add two numbers and then we need to fetch the data. This model attribute actually it has get and post method. So from the get method, we can get the data. From the post method, we can add that data in the database. That name actually where I can get that name, that Anand, Devu, and then these names actually where I can get actually. Now I am showing you in our next method that is called, first of all, let's delete this again. Close out. In the get post method from here actually. This is another method, but from this method, actually, I can add the names that Anand Devu and Pratik, three names, actually, three employee names, actually, I have added. And then actually it is shown in the model and attribute. How I can add this? Now you can see in this method, home control model attribute get post mapping. Up to this understanding. Okay, next model attribute get post mapping. Same thing, controller again. This is the class actually. Then model attribute, model data, model, then add attribute name aligns. Then request mapping index. Here actually I have added the URL index mttr get post. Index mttr get post I have added. You can change this thing actually. You can give any URL as you wish. But here actually I am giving index mttr get post. This is the URL that I can copy and paste in the graph. Then home, then inside home controller model attribute get and post mapping. Return index align post from JSP. Now I need to return this page, index align post. Then go to this page, where actually this page is aligned. Index align get actually we have seen. Now we need to see index align post. Add align is the form action. Again, simple ID and name. See, previous example I have seen ID and name. So this ID and name is coming from here actually. ID and name. AID and name. The simple form actually I have created here. Get align is the get mapping. Get line is the basically form action. Get align. So index align get.jsp page. Get line is the form action. And that form action actually I can give here in the get mapping. Two types of mapping are there. Basically four types of mapping are the get mapping, put mapping, delete mapping, and post mapping. So here actually we currently deal with two mapping. It's the get mapping and post mapping. Because that's why the card application will have get, post, put, and delete that you can learn already in the JDBC. But in Spring Boot, how we can get that is the main. So annotation get mapping value get align, then public string get aligns model. Then in the list actually I can get the things from list. Array.add list. Here I can see. You can see here. Now I have added the ID and value. New align 101 unknown. 102 table and 102 30. Now you can understand where these names are coming from. These names and IDs are coming from this particular this line. This line actually the values are. You can change this thing. Obviously you can change. You can change here to serve. Let's start with model attribute. So need to copy and paste this one. See, instead of previous one, the Scion employee has been added in the list. Now I think you understood where this is coming from actually. From in home controller, get and post method. It will get. That's why we are saying it's a get method. Then aim attribute aligns, and then return show aligns.jsp. Another JSP page I have created that is called show aligns. In the show aligns, basically where the just names are actually coming from. I mean, basically the employee names actually coming from welcome this thing. $sign and then name. So these GSP pages are very much important. So again, I am telling what actually I am doing here. From this get and post, first of all, give your controller. Then import actually, you just need to import all the things. All the things you need to import. All the packages you need to import. Then controller, home controller model view get post method. Then model data, name and aligns. Then index MTTR get post, then string home, then inside home controller model attribute get and post mapping, return this JSP, then get mapping value get ln. This is the form action from the get method get ln. You can see here. Then get aligns one method I have taken. You can take any method model and because there is no rule that we you need to take get align on also. You just need to take any method name as per your like and wish. But this is the same. This is the main thing that you need to do. New align, then first employee name, second employee name, ID, and third employee ID and name. Then aligns and attribute. We can add the things and then return this section. This is the page which we can return. So let's check this thing if you're working or not. First of all, again delete. Then go to main root file and then go for run. Again started. Go to again down here. I delete this URL. What actually I need to give this one. This is the URL. Request mapping URL. This is. Basically you need to give the request actually in 8080 port number. When basically what will happen in 8080 port number when you do enter and when you give this mapping, so it will map actually. It will map and then it will transfer that request, that user request to the HTTP sublet, and that from that sublet actually sublet take that request and go to the database, and from the database the response will come because when in the moment when you give the request, our response will come, and that response is this. This is home ID and name actually you can add. ID suppose I'm giving for the name I'm suppose giving one not one. This suppose giving one 0 then submit. See result is the align model has showed here. So it will actually post. That means your ID and name actually post in your database. ID and name actually it has been posted in the moment when you click the submit button. See, inside the home controller get and post method, because this is the request mapping, this is the get mapping actually, and this is the post mapping. Get mapping means we can get the data from, we can basically get the data. What are the data? Sion, Debu, and Pratik. These data are actually we can get. And post mapping actually what I am doing, post mapping I can post the data. That name Sion and 100 that I can leave here. 100 I can post to basically submit of this thing has been posted or add in the database. So these are the two things, get and post. So get mapping and post mapping. Now I hope you can understand the difference between get mapping and post mapping. The whole project actually I will give you, so you can set up in your system that this whole thing. In zip format, actually I give you this whole project. And another last method actually that is called model and model map. This is the last actually. We have understood first, we have understood home controller, then we have understood request parameter, then we have understood model view. After that, we have understood model attribute, then model attribute get and post mapping, and last is model and model map. These are the total 6 methods actually we need to learn. This is the model and model map index. So actually, where first of all, this is the controller, same thing. Class is this, so request mapping is this, the URL. This is the printing statement, return index.jsp. using the model. Two things here actually I need to do. One is model, another is model map. That's why I give the name model and model map. Model is the different thing, model map is the different thing. So this is the model code and this is the model map. Using model, this is the add model, this is the form action actually. Request parameter number one, request parameter number two, model in. Then need to add and return result.js. This is the model. And what is the model map? The model map actually, same thing. Request parameter number one integer I, request parameter number two integer j, I plus j. Then we can add the values and then return result.js. So these are the two things. It is the model and this is the model. Two different way actually. Model, it is look like same but different way actually. This the model is the one way, model map is the another. But I need to, in India to this, I need to comment out the forms as well. Model and model map forms. This thing actually I need to comment. Otherwise it cannot work. See, form action is this. This is the number one, number two for the model and model map. This is the form. Simple form again. Enter first number, enter second number, then so on. Let's check again. That last method is actually working on me. It has started. First step has done. Second step is what? Go to browser. And go to browser and then go to model and model map. This is the URL. You can copy and then you can paste here. Then you can hit the enter. Then see one model map is actually good. Okay, model is not showing. What is the problem? I think in the integer.js I have not opened the model map actually. Request parameter controller. Okay, this is the model actually. This thing actually I have not opened it. This thing. So see for the model, this is the one form. For the model map actually is the another form. Two form. For the model is actually one form. For model map another. Now actually you can run again. Now you can see. So that means I need to run again. Now see in the model the form has arrived and the model map also form has arrived. So here suppose give 2, 3, same thing is happening, result 5. And here in the model map, 3, 1, is 4, result is 4, it's coming. So both the form actually is working. So both the summation actually is working. So in the model method also working, model map method also working. So here different model methods are actually there. First is home controller, second is request parameter, third is model and view, fourth is that I see here, get and post mapping. Fifth is model and sixth is model. This total sixth method actually it is coming here. So this is the total learning for today. I will in the moment I will make a zip and I will post that whole code in the group actually. So you can unzip and then you can take the code and you can set up in your system. So understand? So what actually behind the logic in this?
Yes, sir. Sir, will I share my screen?
1 minute, Sam. Can you write in the chat? Because again, the hearing problem is there. No, I can give you this thing. You from in home actually you can you can unzip that file and all the things actually you can unzip and then you can set up in your system. How you can set up? I am just showing you. Just take any go to file here, open projects from file system. I think you have installed that tool actually. Go to file and then open projects from file system. If you don't understand, then next day I will show you how to import the files and system here. Open projects from file system, go here. Then in which location actually you have installed that unzip file that you need to go to directory. Then you can just choose that file and select folder. And then you just need to go for next and then finish. See, in this way, you can set up this whole project in your system. Okay, okay. Yeah, share the screen. Stop sharing.
Sir, in which port I can show this? Hello.
Yeah, it is working. Yeah, it has started actually. It is working fine. In which port actually? It is 8080 port number. Port number is 8080. No, go to your code again. Demo model. Okay, this is the first app actually. How to create the Spring Boot project. The checking purpose actually you need to code dynamically because here actually we don't have any checking actually. That's why it is not coming. If you just add the forms and all in the JSP format, then actually it is coming into the browser. Otherwise, you don't need to. Otherwise, it is backend actually. You don't need to do it. The request mapping result.jsp return request.get session. Go to home controller model view once. Go to home controller model view. Yes, copy that index MD that you are and paste in the browser. No, no, no. Localhost 80 no. Localhost 8080 slash index MD. Yes. Go to code again. Result. Okay, go to browser again. Constant. To index MD. Just once give me control. Code has nothing wrong. Code is fine. Demo application. Okay, I think you have not started. I think you started. Terminated. Actually. You need to keep that console here actually. Otherwise, it actually cannot see that program is running on. Can you do that? Just keep your console here because it is actually covering right in front of the code. Actually. Console. Oh, open your code actually. Then run. I need to run again. Just run. I started now. Eight zero index. Why is your project structure actually? Can you see that file structure actually? File explorer. No, 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 not this, not this. Here actually in Spring, why is your file explorer? File explorer. No, no, no. All the files actually in the left side that you have seen, right? All the files are there. So where the packages and all the files are there, that is the portion actually I'm talking. This thing actually I'm talking about. What is the code? Demo model, right? Demo model. Spring application name demo model. Convenient. Okay, 1 minute. I am just showing you. You just stop screen share. So you are talking about this thing, right? I mean, in model U, this one. Take once your pom.xml file because all the dependencies actually perfectly fine on now. This pom.xml file. Starter web, starter test, and Spring Web MVC. This thing actually you need to add, and Tomcat Jasper you need to add. This actually you check this, all the 4 dependencies actually you perfectly added on now, and 5 dependencies missing. The Java system library has been added, and searching resources application of properties file. There is nothing you need to write here actually. In application of properties file, you don't need to write anything. You can leave it blank. So I think you have write one line that I have seen. So you don't need to write that line. It is empty basically. Then this is fine. This is the home controller. Home controller, this is the code actually, and is the model view code. So if I run this, it has started in 8080 port number. Let me check here. Index MD actually. Index MD first number, second number. It has come. And you can see is the also this thing is come. So you just check once that on in pom.xml file, I think you have missed 1 or 2 dependencies actually. I think. Because Maven plugin dependency actually need to add, then Tomcat Jasper need to add, Spring Web MVC need to add, Then Spring Boot starter test need to add, and Spring Boot starter web need to add. These 5 dependencies actually you need to add. That you can check and again you can run. And in the application properties file, don't need to write anything. That is fine. Okay, so I stop screen sharing and I stop the recording also.